Here is something we hope we never have to encounter. You're driving along the highway at night. There's hardly any traffic, and it's nice to have the road to yourself, except you don't. There's a deer in the middle of your lane, right in front of you, a lovely young doe, and you're going to hit her even though you slam on the brakes. The deer is paralyzed by fright at the appearance of huge glaring eyes coming out of the dark. And that's sad, because deer are great jumpers. She could easily have leaped clear of the approaching car. But a deer is a simple animal. Great instincts, yes, but a limited brain. It primarily learns from experience, and there are some experiences you don't survive. We don't have to learn such things from experience. We teach our children at home and in the classroom to stay out of the way of speeding cars. We protect them from glaring eyes coming out of the dark. And yet, ironically, because of the timid and ineffectual way our government handles dangers that are far greater than anything encountered in traffic, our children, from generation to generation, since the beginning of this nation, have had to be turned into soldiers and sent into battle. 20 years after the end of the American Revolutionary War, we were fighting the British again in the War of 1812. Then war with Mexico in 1846. Then our Civil War and the Spanish-American War, and Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, and the global wars. We had to start numbering them. World War I was quickly followed by the deadliest war of all, World War II. We saved Russia and China from destruction in World War II. Yet now they're aligned with North Korea and Iran, implacable enemies of America, placing upon our horizon and the horizon of our ally Israel the specter of World War III. At this time of year, we commemorate an atrocious historical event, the genocide of 6 million people that could have been prevented if leaders in the democracies at that time had taken seriously and acted upon the threats from dictators who were building up their armories. If the Iranian Ayatollah accomplishes even half of what he says he intends to do, to drop nuclear bombs on Tel Aviv and Haifa, we are going to have to rename the event Holocaust I. Holocaust II won't need concentration camps to be built, and there'll be no need for railroad cars, because the next 6 million Jews are already in place. While the dilatory and cowardly leaders of the world's democracies stand paralyzed like simple-minded deer, transfixed by the oncoming catastrophe, Israel, I feel certain, will take whatever preventive and preemptive action necessary to guard itself, and by so doing, honor those that we commemorate on this Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day. My name, by the way, is Scott Kellner. I am the editor and translator of the Cambridge University edition of my opposition, The Diary of Friedrich Kellner, a German against the Third Reich. And I am the grandson of Friedrich and Pauline Kellner. There is another video on this important topic, using entries from the Kellner Diary that show what could have been done to prevent World War II, which Winston Churchill rightly called the unnecessary war. The video is titled, "Never Was a War Easier to Stop," and that goes for World War III and Holocaust II. But that requires leaders with courage and wisdom. I hope you watch the video. I hope our leaders do, too. In any case, I thank you for watching this one.